they can see us. What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 110 of the Beastly Thoughts live video game podcast.
Wrong. 111.
111 of the Beastly Thoughts.
It's okay.
The title's wrong then, too.
Oh, my God.
It's all fucked. It's all fucked. Fuck it. I'm out.
Somebody's been playing Quantum Break, and that time is just...
Oh, my God. It goes so bad so quickly on this show.
10 seconds in. Damn.
Right? Oh. All of a sudden, it's multiple F-bombs. We don't know what's going on. Screw it. We'll do it live. What's going on, guys? Long time no see. It's been a whole week. How you been? What have you been up to?
Beastly, go. 7 days of madness. It's been 7 days of insanity. I've actually been doing some online multiplayer in Uncharted, which is phenomenal. I've also been indulging. Yes. If you haven't played the Uncharted multiplayer, it is head and shoulders one of the best multiplayers available right now. There's nothing out there as fun to me. Anyway.
All right, so talk to me. I want to hear more about this. I want you to go in depth about this because you are a huge Last of Us fan. You've been playing Last of Us multiplayer basically for the last 2 years straight, right?
Yes, I mean, yes, it's real. Yes, I've been playing The Last of Us for
now. This game Uncharted 4 is by the same developers of The Last of Us. So I want to know, like, how is this comparing to your Last of Us experience? Is it as deep as The Last of Us? You know, for people who don't know, Beastly is a big fan of Last of Us multiplayer. He's been playing it for the last 2 years straight, and that game had much better multiplayer than people gave it credit for. The single player was obviously phenomenal. Everybody knows that. But the multiplayer was really deep, too. So what are your experiences with the Uncharted 4 multiplayer?
Well, let me just say this. When I first started getting into the Uncharted 4 multiplayer, one of the statements that I made to my friends who I was playing with is that Naughty Dog seems to be actively trying to reach top-tier game development and top-tier multiplayer game development. Their multiplayer to me has been a standout for, of course, The Last of Us, and it also stands out to me just as bold and as bright in Uncharted 4. Now, is the game on similar play styles as The Last of Us? Not so much. There is no crafting. Of course, the game is presented in a more closed third-person perspective, but there's lots of intricacies in the style of gameplay. There's tons of things that you can do to turn the tide of a battle. There's multiple facets and multiple ways to take out a whole team by yourself. It all depends on how you think. The frame rate's buttery smooth. The game looks beautiful. There's crazy melee attacks that you can do, grabbing people, throwing them off cliffs the same way that you can in a single-player campaign. No bitch bombs.
All right, yeah, that's what I want to know about, man. We all know it looks good. We all know that it's, you know, talk to me about how it plays. Like, what is the differences between this and Last of Us? Like, what's keeping you engaged? Is this going to be a game that keeps you engaged for 2 years like The Last of Us did?
It definitely will. To me, it's just a very fun and fast-paced experience.
Of course, Last of Us was not fast-paced, right? It was a slow and plotting experience.
No. Yes, it's a very lethargic mindset and gameplay style in The Last of Us. This is just balls out, running through the woods and trying to get to people as quickly as you can. One element of The Last of Us that is shared with Uncharted 4 is the flanking aspect. Of course, the maps are kind of in a circular pattern, and so depending on what's going on with the enemy team, you can always come around from the backside. And depending on what purchasable weapons or abilities you use, you can turn the tide of a battle. You can purchase a bazooka, and you acquire points. You accrue points depending on how many enemies you take down and kill.
So is it like round to round you're buying stuff, or are you buying stuff during the match?
During the match. Okay. You get pounds. You get points every time you down an enemy or kill an enemy, because of course this is made by Naughty Dog, so everyone has the ability to be brought back up by their teammates.
Okay.
So you might go down. If a person downs you, they get points, but if they kill you, they get more points. And depending on what they're doing, you can do it right there in live gameplay or during the respawn screen.
Does it ever have a case of like the rich getting richer, where like if you're doing well at the beginning of the game, you're going to be able to buy stuff faster and do well at the end of the game?
It does.
Does it steamroll like that?
Yes, it can. You can do things like purchase AI help who will come in with like a giant chain gun and he'll mow down enemies for you. You can purchase things like a bazooka that you can shoot toward enemies, and you can blow up 5 or 6 at one time. So it all depends on what you're buying, how you're using it, and it can steamroll, and your points can accrue extremely fast.
Okay.
I kind of have 2 loadouts that I use, and my loadouts don't usually work that way, depending on how I'm playing. But I've had a few games where within the first 5 minutes, I'm like just destroying the entire team. We had a game where we went 35 and the other team had 8 because of things like this.
The guy with the chain gun, is that like a kill streak from Call of Duty? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Basically,
It all depends on if you have the points, you can tap the touchpad on your controller. It pops up and it shows you the purchasables that you can buy right then on the spot. You can buy AI help who will go around and heal your teammates if they go down. You can buy an AI help who will run around and grab enemies and choke them and hold them for you so you can shoot them. Yeah. You know, you can throw mystical kind of bombs out there. That'll big totems will come out of it, and all kind of bombs will go flying in different directions, take people down. It's a very, very fun game. It's totally different from the draw that I got from The Last of Us, but it's just as engaging and just as grabby as The Last of Us was for totally different reasons. It's an awesome multiplayer.
Life
Drain's
really, in chat
fun.
here. He's asking, I think, a pretty solid question, because this is a big problem with Last of Us multiplayer. I think is that are the purchasable weapons like pay to win? Like, are you putting like real money in to buy stuff?
No, it's just based that you get
in game.
Kills.
Okay.
In-game stuff, there's no purchasable weapons. You can do things like purchase hats and just stuff for the visual aesthetic change of the character.
Yeah.
But that's really only it. And from what I've played so far, the game isn't broken. It's very well balanced. It just depends on how you play and what your enemies are using. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I see myself playing this for a very long time. I don't think this will be a 1-month kind of experience because it's just so fun. It's just as fun now as it was when I was playing the beta, if not more so. You actually have more abilities now than, of course, we did during the beta, and I'm having a blast playing that game. The only issue I'm having right now is deciding which game I'm going to play between that and Doom. They're totally different
One of the coolest
games.
things about Last of Us was that it had like basically a story associated with your multiplayer. Like where you basically have this camp and you're trying to like build up your camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that in Uncharted?
No, not so much.
You just go in, you fight, and then is there any kind of player progression in the multiplayer?
I can't really say. I've only gotten into the team deathmatch. There are different multiplayer modes, and I've only stuck with the team deathmatch, so I'm not the authority on the different modes.
Are you unlocking anything though? Like, are you like Call of Duty style where you're unlocking like better gear?
You unlock new purchasables and new abilities as well. Some of these weapons you can't just start off in a multiplayer match and purchase. You've got to play for a while and go through progression with your character in order for these things to unlock by accruing certain points. So it does have a level of progression, and to me it's very rewarding. I've been having a blast playing this game. It's awesome. It really is. If you haven't tried it, I implore you to definitely try it.
I will. I still haven't. Unfortunately, I still haven't picked up Uncharted 4. I'm really looking forward to doing it.
Briar. Oh, it's such a good game.
Hey, not all of us have all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Enough Destiny, Briar.
I understand totally how you feel about that, Blair. I know what it's like to have, restrictions on time.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this weekend, yesterday, a friend of mine from New York I hadn't seen probably in 14 years came here. He spent the entire day at my house.
Nice.
All our friends got together in my living room. My wife, of course. I finally got a woman that'll sit and play with us, so this is awesome. He remembers my ex, and it wasn't that way. But we all sat in there, and we played the game for 9 to 10 hours straight. We played Super Nintendo. We played PlayStation 2. We played Dreamcast. We played Soul Calibur. We got into some Odin Spear. We played the Xbox One, some Ori and the Blind Forest, showed them some of the new games. Of course, we played some PS4, some of these great multiplayer games. Just had a great experience, and I'm surprised I actually had the time to do that because more often than not, my time is super limited. But I understand how you feel. But when you do get that time and it finally opens up for you, you got to buy this game. You got to play this game.
It's my next game.
One of the best games of the year for sure.
It's my next game because I've got I don't know if I haven't told you guys this yet, but I've got a new gaming PC that's basically. It's not getting built yet because I'm still waiting on parts to actually be shipped to the people who are making it. But I'm essentially building a new PC that's going to have that brand new Intel processor and the 1080, the new Nvidia card.
Wow.
The reason I'm building this is not specifically for games. The reason I'm building this is for the stream that you're watching now. But one of the side effects is, well, I'm going to have this pretty beastly gaming PC now, so I'm kind of holding on to Doom in my back pocket. Didn't buy Doom on the PS4 or the Xbox One. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to buy it for the PC because, I'm going to have this badass gaming PC. I might as well, have a couple of games in my back pocket. I didn't, however, hold off on Overwatch because I couldn't. I had so much fun in that beta. I had so much fun in that beta that I had to buy that immediately. And I've been playing it on PS4, and I already bought a copy on PC. And even though my current PC setup is not all that powerful, the game looks fantastic. It plays marvelously. And I got to say, I only played the beta on the PS4. I like it so much better on PC with a mouse and keyboard. Like,
really?
It to me is just a much more playable and fun game. I had fun with it on PS4, don't get me wrong. But having that increased precision with a mouse and keyboard, I don't know why I was never able to get the aiming down on PS4. I play a first-person shooter. Well, I've been playing first-person shooters on consoles for as long as first-person shooters have been available on consoles.
Yep.
And it's usually not an issue for me. But playing it on PC, man, that game in particular has so much more precision on PC, especially if you need precision in the character you're playing. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to having a gaming PC coming in the future.
Wow.
It's really kind of got me excited.
I'm surprised to hear that, but we see that the trend, the Beastly Thoughts crew is headed toward that PC thing.
Yes,
one day they'll grab me too. I just can't get around the controls. Overwatch, man, I haven't gotten it yet. That's a game that I'm definitely getting. It is kind of a sad thing because I still want Battleborn. I was actually going to pick up Battleborn yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But that game is really marred by...
I can honestly say, for Overwatch, for $40, you can't go wrong. Like it's just
such a good game.
It is a fun multiplayer experience, and the way they've created this game with the different heroes, like kind of categorized into different classes, creates so much depth that I can honestly see myself playing this game for a very long time to come. And that's in a world where I feel like Destiny and games like Destiny or even The Division have moved the bar that, no longer am I satisfied with just a multiplayer experience, something like Titanfall or Call of Duty. What I want now is something that combines all my experiences into this one like epic event. But Overwatch is just so polished, so fun. The characters are so engaging that I've been just having a blast with it.
And they're all so different that it just changes the playstyle so much.
No two characters feel the same, which is amazing.
It's really something else.
Yeah.
The thing I noticed about that game is the pace of the characters, the speed of the characters, the abilities of the characters. Each one feels like you're playing a completely different game.
Yes.
And it's just really incredible. I'm definitely going to get that game. I don't know if it'll be this week. Son's birthday is coming up in a couple of days. I remember telling you guys last year that we went to Ohio, and my older son, he lost his 3DS in all 15 games.
Brutal.
Yeah, you remember that, son. But yeah, he lost everything, and so I'm replacing everything for him in a couple of days. So I got to kind of watch myself because if I get him all this stuff and I do it wrong, we're going to have to live inside that 3DS case.
That's a small box. That's a small
box.
It's
really small. But
a big family for such a small box.
The whole family inside a 3DS case. But Overwatch, guys, is a game that I'm really, really, really excited for. And to be honest, I see Battleborn and Overwatch in the same vein of gameplay. But Overwatch
I'm sorry.
Overwatch is not way better.
Let me finish. I think of them as the same type of game, but when I played them both, there was really no comparison in the polish, the presentation, and the overall fun I had. I thought that they were both similar style games, but I would say 99% of people who play both would easily pick Overwatch.
When I played the Battleborn beta, I was so turned off by that game that I didn't even think about buying it. I just didn't even think about it. From what I've heard, I know there's people who like the game. I know that there's people are enjoying it, and I'm the last person who should say that you can't enjoy this game, right?
Yeah.
But for me, there's some nice ideas there, but man, there's some just epically bad decisions in in the game making process.
I don't know if Overwatch has overtaken not The Last of Us, Uncharted 4 and Doom yet. But as of yesterday, they were completely sold out on Amazon for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One of Overwatch.
Oh, the game's been selling like mad. Yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm thinking the funny thing is that when Uncharted 4 and Doom released, it dropped over Battleborn from number 4 in the UK sales chart to number 27. It's just been dropping like crazy. So the game is really marred by bad timing, bad presentation, and overall lack of enthusiasm for the game. It's just one of those situations, man.
Yeah.
Kind of a sad situation. Another game I've been playing, because I really wasn't finished, but another game I've been playing. It's all good, brother. Another game I've been playing has been that Doom multiplayer. Of course, you guys know I beat the game and reviewed it. The Doom multiplayer is so good, man. It's one of those buttery smooth kind of experiences. It's hard to believe it's actually on a console. That's actually something I said in my Doom review, that playing that game, you don't feel like you're playing something on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. Is because it's not what we're used to as console gamers, is that kind of polished experience. Frame rate doesn't ever drop. The animations, the glory kills, all this stuff is some of the best I've seen on any console. And the game is just fun. Now, is it one of the best multiplayer first-person shooters out there as far as gameplay and mechanics? Probably not. But is it one of the most fun I've played in a long time? Absolutely it is. There's just some really smooth and unique abilities in this Doom game. I loved turning into one of these demonic fiends, running around the level and taking people out.
They're really overpowered, though. They really are.
Yeah, they are. I had a game where I went 27-3, and I got 3 of the demons, and I was killing people. But I love the teleporter. It's one of my favorite abilities. You grab this little ring, you throw it out there, and no matter what's going on, you can teleport to that ring and just kind of catch people off guard. It's really awesome. I've been having just a grand old time playing Doom. And we started playing Far Cry Primal this morning. I bought this game 2.5 months ago. And we started playing it this morning for the very first time. And I got too tired. I had to take a nap. So I got the Beastly Thoughts. I got to take a nap. But that seems like it's going to be a pretty fun experience as well. So I'm looking forward to beating that and reviewing that as well. But I see myself playing Uncharted 4 and Doom for the next few months at least. And I'm looking forward to adding, we just spoke of it, Overwatch to that trilogy of online games. Because Overwatch, just to be honest, it was just a next level kind of experience, and it blew my mind just on the beta. Of course, we didn't see all the characters, but how different and how unique everybody felt. Presentation of the game, I'm just super excited about it. Let me ask you a question. It's fully competitive multiplayer, correct? No campaign at all?
No, Overwatch, no. There's no campaign. There's a very brief introduction on how to play.
Do you feel that it lacks it all from any type of campaign? Is there a driving force?
I actually do.
Focus of the game?
So my problem is that I love the characters so much that I want there to be a campaign so I get to know them more. But no, I don't think that for a $40 game that it's missing anything, right?
All right, so see, I didn't know until today that the game was $40.
It's $40. You can buy the Origins Edition for $60, which comes with a bunch of stuff, as well as basically any DLC that they're going to release for
free.
Yeah, for free. So the $60 version if you end up loving the game for a long time, it may be the best version of the game. But for $40, you can get in and start playing. And
wow. Okay, so
I think it's a well-priced game.
This could be a new trend, because there's been a lot of games that have come out that have been multiplayer only, and that have come out at the full $60, and that's been major problems by consumers, pundits, and people like us. We've had major issues because you feel like you're paying for a full-fledged experience, and it's something lacking. Do you guys think that this? Of course, we know Overwatch is just a phenomenon right now. Do you think this could possibly stick in the gamer community for these companies that are making games like Titanfall?
I don't know. It's hard to say. These guys are putting a lot of development time in. They got a lot to lose, and if it doesn't sell well at $40, if it sells the same amount of copies at $40 that it did at $60, they got a lot of money left on the table there. So it's tough.
Just talking about Overwatch, do you think that you have a more of an issue with the game if it was $60 now?
No, I paid $60 on the PlayStation 4. I paid $40 on the PC. Steam. I paid $100. Yep. I'm Battle.net. It's a Blizzard game.
Okay.
But I spent $100 on it, and I've really enjoyed it. I will say this: I do have, and this is true with every game, I do have a lot more fun when I play it with people, when I play it with friends, because the team aspects of this game are very hardcore. Setting up a team that works well together, communicating, knowing what's going on in the match. It's very important to actually winning, and if winning is imperative to you, and it's in any game, it's more fun to win than it is to lose. I don't care if you're playing cricket or basketball. It's more fun to win. So I would say, if you're just like a solo guy who goes in, maybe plays a few matches of Call of Duty and calls it quits for the day, or that kind of thing, this game may be frustrating for you. It may be.
It can be, definitely, if you only really want to win. But, I mean, for a multiplayer-only game, you guys know that I have huge issues with multiplayer-only games for full price. Like, I'm very shaky on those kinds of things. But Overwatch so far, I'm totally satisfied with. And I think the fact that all these different characters have completely different play styles, none of them feels the same. It just feels like a new experience every time you try a different character, every time you try a different class. That alone, I think, will keep people invested in Overwatch. There's just something to go for, and it feels like this game is worth the money. I love this game. I absolutely do. It's fantastic.
But before you get into everything you've been playing, Robbie, one last question for Briar Rabbit. Briar, is this a game that you feel like can or will pull you away from Destiny a little bit?
I'm definitely planning on playing it a lot. But I'm still playing Destiny. I fucking love Destiny, dude. I'm playing. So this week the Iron Banner happened, right? And I wanted to play the Iron Banner, and I really enjoy the Iron Banner time because it brings a lot of people back to Destiny. It brings a lot of people who don't normally play PvP into PvP, so they can get that loot. And I love that interaction because we just get we get full teams in there, and we're just talking the whole time, we're chatting the whole time, and I get to, it's just a fun thing to do. Meanwhile, in Destiny, there's also a playlist this week called Mayhem Rumble, which is basically super fast charge times for your super, your grenade, and your special attack in Rumble. And that is fucking fun, man. So I've been, even when I'm not streaming, even when I'm not playing with friends, I've been in there playing Mayhem Rumble, not Overwatch. Because Mayhem Rumble, to me, is one of the most fun things that Destiny has to offer right now, because you're just popping supers left and right. You throw grenades everywhere. It's just they're dropping heavy ammo on you like crazy.
Are they cutting the super regeneration time in half?
Oh, it's way quicker than that. It's 20, 30 seconds before you get another super. It's so fast.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's really fun, and
Kate
they've often.
Did you see Kate? She was on there the day before yesterday.
I did not. I did not see her.
Yeah, she was on there.
But I've often played Mayhem in the past, and Mayhem team-based modes where you got 12 people in there, it can be a little overly chaotic. It's a little too much to handle. But Rumbles, there's only 6 people in a Rumble match. It's 1v1 match or 1v5. It's been so fun. I've been having a blast with it, and it's keeping me from playing Overwatch.
His voice changed without his synthesizer when he said that.
That was intense. You're
it's been so fun. Yeah. Damn right.
I think another thing about Destiny for me right now is that we've been getting these leaks about the Rise of Iron. That's going to be the next big, and it's ignited my passion for Destiny in a very big way. Just speculating. I just was on stream playing Destiny on stream, and we talked for an hour about what the Rise of Iron might be, and all of that stuff. I'm sorry, I just love the game.
It's got you by the gonads. We get it.
Yeah,
we love your passion for it. It's just we don't want you to miss, other games that come out.
I still play other games, Robbie. I just don't do it publicly. There's video games for me are sometimes I just sit there on the couch and I'll chill out. That's how I'll play Uncharted 4. I'll sit there on the couch and I'll chill out. My wife will be reading a book next to me, and it's we don't watch a whole lot of TV in this house. This is kind of what I do.
Well, that's the best kind of house. The hell with TV. Who needs hero? You can be playing PlayStation
you got
4.
Games. Yeah.
Robbie, what have you been playing?
This week I have mostly been playing Overwatch. We just went over it. Yeah. Fantastic game. It feels like it can last, and it's something that people are going to keep playing. Love the game. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 1 on the Xbox One since that became backwards compatible.
Yes, the backwards compatibility.
Gotta hear about this.
especially since the talk with all the boots on the ground Call of Duty that people want, and people want them to go back to the way things were. And playing this, it's a ton of fun, but I still feel like I like newer Call of Duty better. And I'm being honest with you, I just feel like the advanced movement is an evolution, and I don't understand why people are saying we want this back, because Call of Duty has taken a step forward, I feel like. And I think this especially gives them a chance to play it and see that, you know, maybe advanced movement isn't all that bad if they do it correctly.
So Black Ops is my favorite Call of Duty of all time. And one of the reasons it's my favorite is because it hit a very specific era in weaponry, like that Cold War era that I haven't ever seen in any other video game, but it's so fun. Like rolling around in that chopper gunner in multiplayer, just like laying destruction down upon the enemies. I've gone on like 10 kill streaks with that chopper gunner and just been like laughing hysterically while I'm doing it.
It's very old school. Yeah, I love it.
Also, the map design was so good in that, because there's this nice combination of smaller maps where you have like these CQC engagements, but longer maps where where long range weapons are good, but snipers weren't just like all over that fucking game like they are in some games. Like that game, it was fun to have, you know, gunfights, like real gunfights, like back and forth, like you duck behind cover. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Never mind Call of Duty game.
Would you consider going back and trying this out on the Xbox?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna. I kind of keep forgetting to do it, but I'm definitely gonna. I still have a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops right over here, and I'll definitely.
So it's free.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question, Robbie, because mine hasn't arrived yet. I had to order mine. How does it play? Are there any of the old hacks that people have gotten so used to on the 7th generation, or does it play the way that it was intended to be played?
That game wasn't hacked as bad as the other ones in the first place. Like
no,
360 and PS3. It wasn't like Modern Warfare 2 or
Modern Warfare 2 was the worst.
COD 4 was the worst. And actually World at War was pretty bad too. Like there's literally people fucking flying around in World at War.
I know.
Yeah, there are.
And Modern Warfare 2, there are guys flying around. Did you see any of that, or does it play pretty much the way that you would?
So from my experience, no. I haven't seen much hacking. What I have seen is it could be something to do with the 360 emulation, but there has been some connection problems. Like I'll get kicked out a lot of times from the server or lose connection. Really? It says you've lost connection to Xbox Live when I know I haven't, because I look at my Xbox One, it says I'm connected. Frustrating things like that, but for the most part, like it still plays. It feels exactly like Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that game had recoil too. So like guns actually have kicks, so you actually have to control your weapon. That was a good Call of Duty, and I was like, I've always been pissed that they didn't stick with that type of Call of Duty. Like, I love Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was fantastic.
It was.
But it was a complete redirection from Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1,
I understand.
like, they had gunfights that had meaning to it, right? It's like you felt like you beat a dude because you won that gunfight. You didn't just see him first, or you didn't, like... I feel like in the modern Call of Duty, it's just like you see a guy, you fucking laser beam him, you move on to the next guy.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
well, I'm looking forward to getting to that and trying it with you too, Robbie.
Blue Yeti giveaway. That's not in the stream title. Like towards the end or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be doing so here's what the deal. I didn't talk about this with you guys beforehand. I wanted to. So we want to give away a Blue Yeti microphone. I believe both of you guys are using these right now to talk on the stream, right?
Sure am.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so here's the deal. We're going to give away a Blue Yeti microphone. This is going to be a nice free giveaway, and here's how you win it. On our YouTube video, the Beastly Thoughts Live video, all you have to do is leave a comment. We're going to be selecting one comment randomly. Doesn't matter what you say in that comment. Although if it's hate, I'm probably just gonna reselect it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. But that's what we want to do. I don't know, guys. We didn't talk about this. Should we do it that way, or should we just pick somebody live on stream? I kind of wanted to get the YouTube guys, because a lot of people watch YouTube.
Well, the guys
here
they're watching this now. Yeah, we had so much stuff we were talking about pre-show. If you ask me, I think we should do it for the YouTube as well, because the people here, they know about it now.
Yeah.
And if they're interested, they can go to the YouTube channel and see it there.
Yeah.
Rather than snub.
All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to select one random comment on YouTube. And once we select it, we'll do it at random. Once we select it, I'll message you on YouTube. If you reply, then I'll send you a Blue Yeti microphone.
Blue Yeti.
Yeah, these are great microphones, guys. I gotta thank you. I gotta send a thank out to Blue Microphones for actually sending me this. They sent me 2 of these. I gave one away already. These are nice microphones. They cost like $130 brand new. You can get them, I think, around like 70 or 80 refurbished on Amazon. But they're really nice microphones. And if you're starting a podcast, if you're starting a YouTube channel, a Twitch stream, this is where you start. This is the microphone I used for 2 years before I upgraded and spent like $1,000 on new equipment.
We sound completely sponsored right now. Like we all have Blue Yetis. It's crazy.
I'm just being honest though. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm not, Blue Yeti hasn't given me any money. They were nice enough to send me a microphone to give away to, you guys. And I'm just giving you the straight dope. I used one of these for 2 years and I still have one hooked up right over there for my PlayStation 4.
Awesome. I love my Yeti. It's the best microphone I've ever used. Of course,
I do too.
I'm not an audiophile. I love this. Thank you, Blue. I'm Blue now. But yeah, I absolutely love the Blue Yeti. Briar told me about it, God, years ago. Yeah. And I've been a fan ever since the first day. And
if somebody asked me like straight honestly, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to start a Twitch stream. I want to start a podcast. What microphone should I buy? I'm going to say Blue Yeti. Just get one. You can move up from there if you want to.
This thing is years old, and it still works flawlessly like it did the first day. It's just so good.
Mine too.
So good.
I've had it for a long time, and
there's so many different settings to use it on. It just works flawlessly. I love it. And so, whoever wins, man, good luck.
Yeah.
Godspeed, and luck be with you, and blue be with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, make sure just leave a comment in the YouTube video for this podcast, and we'll select somebody at random. I guess why don't we announce the winner on next week's live show?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Definitely.
All right, that'll be fun.
We'll do that. Good.
Let's do it.
That'll give you guys plenty of time to leave comments down there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little bit of news this week, guys. I know you guys probably know a little bit of this stuff already, but starting off, Uncharted 4: Thief's End is proving to be a huge success, selling 2.7 million units in its first week on sale.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah, me too, totally. Of course not. It is now the fastest selling PlayStation 4 first party game.
That's not
2.7 million.
That's not surprising. First party, when you start narrowing it down to first party, what's really the competition?
Not much.
I can't think of anything.
Bloodborne, maybe.
6.8% of the PlayStation 4 owners bought this game. So that's.
It sold well. It's a good game. I'm glad. I like when people do good work and it gets rewarded. I like that.
Yeah, they totally deserve that. And, of course, we are supporters of Naughty Dog and their awesome gaming endeavors. Briar will be soon. EA has announced its first ever public event, E3 Live. I'm sorry, E3. I'm looking at 3 and I'm seeing an A. I'm going crazy. I still haven't woken up. E3 has announced its first ever public event, E3 Live, which will take place during E3 2016. So this is more like, a live streaming event done by them?
Sort of. So this is going to be a public event down at E3. It's beside the main expo convention, so it's like a separate building, but it's for the public. So you have free access. Tickets sold out a while ago, though. It was actually free, but people grabbed it, so you can't go now. But yeah, it's going to be finally a chance for the public to get in and try games that are announced at the show, games that are announced at conferences, try everything out. Yeah.
That really is good because I looked into E3 and everything you had to do to actually be a part of it this year and last year, and you basically got to be, a Vulcan, and you got to have a special Masonic handshake, and you got to fly in on a plane with one engine. It's just a lot of jumps and hoops you got to get through to actually be a part.
You got to have a press pass. You got to know the right people. Yeah. That's the thing. You got to know.
You got to know the right people.
This is a great thing for the public. Now there's competition for Kinda Funny Live, and that's actually really good. E3 is going to be awesome this year. We're actually 2 weeks away from E3, guys.
I know. I'm pretty excited about it.
A great man told me that during the pre-show. His name's Robbie. He told me, he said, Beastly, we're 2 weeks exactly away from E3. You guys excited about this shit? I think I just took a shit when I said that. I'm really excited about this.
I am too, man.
Excited.
What I'm excited about E3 this year is I feel like I don't know what is going to get announced. I just don't know. Usually I have a pretty damn good feeling what I'm going to be excited about at E3.
we're
I
surrounded.
know
by
I'm going to be
of
excited about
rumors.
whatever Destiny's got, obviously. But what else? What's going to be the big stuff for me? I'm excited. Should be fun.
If you ask me my professional opinion here, we got some console reveals coming here to E3 this year.
Big ones.
NX was supposed to be revealed at E3 this year, but of course they said, no, we're not going to do that. They said they're not going to talk about it. Who knows how true that actually is. PlayStation Neo, of course we know we're going to hear about that. And there's a big possibility of some really huge Xbox news at E3 this year as well, because competition is moving forward with this new console, and I think that we're going to see something from Microsoft as well.
I think as far as first party too, like Sony, obviously Ben's game has to be announced soon. God of War is certainly happening. Yeah, and they must have like other stuff in the pipeline. Gran Turismo Sport will be showing off. I believe Last Guardian has been reconfirmed for this year.
Jumping
Horizon.
Flash, the remake. I just want.
They got
Jumping
a ton
Flash
of stuff. Yeah, and
give me Jumping Flash, the remake. I'll never need another game ever. Not even PlayStation.
The fact that we're getting upgraded consoles, this generation is taking like a huge left turn. Like I can't wait to see how that plays
for better or worse, Robbie. I don't know if it's actually going to be.
So I know that the Xbox thing is later in the news, but we got to talk about it along with E3 because this is fucking huge news. All right, so
let's get into it.
Robbie, can you read off the news about the Xbox?
All right. So starting off, new reports from Kotaku say Microsoft will release a slim Xbox One model that will release this fall. It will pack a 2 terabyte hard drive and a possible controller redesign. Additionally, details of an upgraded Xbox One have been revealed. It will be codenamed Scorpio and will be significantly more powerful than the current Xbox One.
All right, so
possibly up to 4 times as much, thanks to an upgraded GPU.
All right, so
and it will be released sometime in 2017. I'm not done. And it will be released sometime in 2017. It may even support the Oculus Rift. No.
All right, so slim Xbox, who fucking cares? Nobody cares about that. New controller design, that's interesting to me, but who cares about the Xbox Slim? What's interesting here is the Xbox 1.5, right? Scorpio. If this is true, and this is supposed to come out in 2017, let's say holiday 2017, what the fuck are they going to sell for the next year and a half?
You're right, bro. That Slim is not going anywhere.
No,
they better not announce it. Yeah,
they can't announce it. If they announce it, they won't sell They will sell Xboxes, right? They'll sell Xboxes for the next year and a half. Very many. But to not one single consumer who knows what the fuck they're doing, because everybody's going to be waiting for that 1.5, that Scorpio. I think this is the same problem that probably PlayStation 4 has, but PlayStation 4 can conceivably get away with announcing PlayStation 4.5 at E3, releasing it in September or October. Like, that's not that long a distance, right? And they will have a dip in sales. There's got to be a dip in sales, because who would, if you knew that the brand new one was coming out, the 4.5 was coming out in October, you're not going to buy one in August or June or July, right? You're just not. Mm-hmm. So that's a huge problem. It's a bigger problem if that time span is not 4 months, it's a year and 4 months or 16 months. Who's going to buy an Xbox if everybody knows there's going to be a brand new one next year?
That's really just pretty obvious right there. It's a fly in the face to the success that they want the Xbox to be. And people who aren't really big and deep into the gaming world like we are know about these new consoles. My older brother, he's not a gamer like us guys. He used to be, but he got married and she said, fuck that. But he came over last night and he told me, he said, man, I'm getting ready to get the PS4, but I'm getting the Neo. And I looked at him and was like, wow. So, I mean, people on the Xbox side are going to feel the same way. If they got to wait 16 months, it's easy to say, no, I'm not going to spend any money now. I could take this $400 and go do something else with it, and for the next year. Why? It's kind of daunting. We don't know exactly if this is real or not, how true it is, but all signs point to this actually being legitimate news. And another little tidbit of information about the Slim is that it's also rumored to not have a Blu-ray drive.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, well, you didn't read the same article I did, son. They're saying that the increased hard drive space is to make up for the fact that it doesn't have a Blu-ray drive. That's what I read. So I don't know exactly. It's all rumor, and conjecture at this point. But
I'm not interested in this Slim at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. I don't give a shit about
fuck
it.
The Slim. Hashtag
like, it's not
Slim.
interesting. It's not even remotely interesting. But the Scorpio, that is interesting.
That's
and the fact that this thing, if this is getting leaked now, if this is true, if we're to believe this, even if it's not true, I think Microsoft ought to come out and say this ain't true, because this could seriously impact their sales.
Yeah.
If it is true, then they have to just let that rumor sit. If they can't, I don't know. Can they release information about this at E3 this year?
Especially if Scorpio is a year and a half out, like they're not going to announce this for a while. I hope they.
What if they can get that? What if they can get the time down on that? What if they can get this thing released by, let's say March? Do you think that's a good time to release it, or do you think it's better to release it during the holiday season? I mean, they're going to be suffering because people are knowing this is coming. The 4.5, the PlayStation 4.5 is going to be out. Like, they're going to be suffering. Xbox is going to be suffering. Microsoft is... Xbox is a big division of Microsoft right now.
Yeah.
Huge, yeah.
Especially in terms of power, when you know that the Xbox One is
6
behind
teraflops.
the PS4, and now we're having a upgraded PlayStation Neo coming out, that's going to increase that gap. Like, that's going to be tough for them, I feel like. That's going to be really tough. But then, the big news
I like the Oculus Rift. I like the whole Oculus Rift connectability with the new Xbox One. It's just that time frame, bro. You're right. That time is a very disappointing
time frame
thing.
Fucking sucks. Mega Bad Carp's in chat saying it can't be right that it doesn't have Blu-ray because all the Xbox discs are Blu-ray.
I feel like, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think the biggest part of this we haven't even discussed is the fact that this Xbox One Scorpio is going to be more powerful than the Neo, supposedly.
6 teraflops versus the Neo's 4.5.
That's really interesting because that means it goes like this. It's going to switch completely. This generation.
I'm interested.
I'm interested also. And I'm sorry I said that I'm not interested in the Slim, but I am interested in them redesigning that controller because that controller needs a redesign. I wonder if they'll redesign the Elite controller as well, because I think that Elite has been very popular. So it'd be actually pretty cool to see them redesign the Elite controller, make that a little bit more of a comfortable controller. Maybe make those shoulder buttons a little less weird. That'd be nice. I'd love to see them do a redesign on the Elite.
You know, I don't play my Xbox as much as I do my PS4. I've been playing it a little bit last week, but I gotta say I'm more pleased with my Xbox One controllers now than I am with the original PlayStation 4 controller.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, Beastly, I'm on board. At least they hold up, right?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Controllers,
dude.
They're done.
I just unboxed this yesterday. My Scuff broke on stream yesterday.
Oh no!
So I just bought my Scuff in March. It already broke, which is I'm not going to blame on Scuff here because it is a PlayStation controller. Although I do kind of think it was a manufacturing defect that is causing the issue. I unboxed this thing live on stream. Like I just did it 2 days ago. The battery doesn't work at all.
I got one like that. I got a white one in my living room.
It doesn't work at all.
Yeah. You can't charge it at all. I got one sitting next to my fucking Mario figure. If you plug in the USB, nothing happens. A brand new white PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I got this one. There's a defect in the stick here where there's actually like a bump. So like if you push straight, it never can push straight because there's a little bit of a defect. I can't tell you how many PlayStation 4 controllers
I've never had any problems with my Xbox One controller. The battery, I haven't had one problem with it. And you know, my wife, who's just an avid PlayStation 4 enthusiast, said the same damn thing.
People are saying Skinny Choctaw broke your controller, which is funny. Blame Skinny for that.
I mean, I just gotta agree. I mean, and just say that now so people know. My Xbox One controllers have never given me a problem ever since.
I prefer the design, the shape
of the PS4,
the feel of the PS4 controller. But man, the reliability on these things is terrible.
I've had to replace the R2 and L2 buttons by taking the controller apart and doing my fix at least 6 times.
For me,
six times.
The L3, it's like when you actually push in on the stick, that wears out for me constantly. That's the number one reason I get rid of these things. Yeah,
it looks like Doll Man chewed my fucking nubs away. Yeah. All of them are done.
They're terrible. Like they're really bad.
Yeah, it's disappointing. And shit, PlayStation needs to do a complete redesign of their
I don't even think they need to redesign them. They just need to make them with
last.
better materials. Like they just need to, they need to man the fuck up and stop making these things for like $10. Like put the extra money in to actually make these things reliable. They're terrible.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I guess we all agree there. Continuing on with our news, the Japanese Financial Report has revealed that Nintendo is working on a separate handheld device from the NX, codename MH. You guys hear about this?
Yes.
Yes. The MH, or the Monster Hunter handheld, is going to be the new. It's not actually a replacement to the 3DS, is what they're saying. Just like they're saying the NX is not a replacement to the Wii U, which is incredibly confusing. They're saying that these two consoles, the console and the handheld, will carve out their own niche in gaming and give gamers something completely new that we haven't experienced before, which blows my mind because I don't know what else there is. But hey, I'm not a Nintendo god, so I don't know. They didn't really release any specs about this thing, but during the financial report, they did state that Nintendo was going to start relying more heavily on sales from the NX and the Nintendo MH. So at least it's out there now. Yeah, Robbie, I already did a story on this. You late, brother. All right.
Continuing. Don't shit all over me for that. Okay.
Talk to the hand, Robbie. All right. So, Sony's latest earnings forecast has revealed the company estimates to sell approximately 20 million PlayStation 4s from now until March 31st, 2017, the end of the financial year.
That's a
20
lot.
million more. Yeah, well, they're doing 20 million a year. Well, what year we're going to be in year 3 now? So,
yes.
Damn. They're at 40 million now. They just announced it, so they're planning on selling 20 million more like within the next 10 months. That's insane. That's insane. They must have a lot of passion, enthusiasm, and faith in this new PlayStation 4. They really have to.
I think it's going to sell pretty well.
Wow.
I really do. Well, I mean, if it offers 60 frames per second on new games, if it offers higher fidelity graphics, if it offers 4K, I mean, those are attractive.
Are you excited at all about the possibility of a good PlayStation VR experience on this thing, Brian? Robbie?
I'm hoping for it. Yeah, I'd love
too.
it. I'm really hoping that No Man's Sky offers VR, because I think that would be perfect application.
No Man's Sky got delayed for 3 days, man.
3 days.
3 days.
What?
I can't fucking wait. Fuck this.
3 days.
3 days. No.
3 days. Dude, I've never seen the internet blow up over such a fucking short delay. The internet went nuts about this.
3 days.
This was all over my Twitter. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to the No Man's Sky Reddit.
No.
But it was like the apocalypse. Like
3 days.
You gotta check out the No Man's Sky Reddit, because it is like it's. They're all they can do is speculate, right? That's all they can do on that Reddit. It's like they've got a little bit of footage that they've all gone over 1,000 times, and they heard about a delay, and they just about shit their fucking britches.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Out.
Let me ask you guys a question. This question is for all the viewers as well, because I really don't get it. I don't know what people are so excited about with this game. And I'm a realist. I've seen games come out good, games come out bad, and the gamer in me really wants No Man's Sky to be a great AAA title, right? Because that's what they're kind of pushing it as. But what are people really excited about? Do we know if this game is even a good game?
It's the tech. It's what they've shown off. The tech is so impressive. What they're doing.
The tech is it. We've had a big conversation about this yesterday when all the guys were over and my wife was here.
When they showed that ship
the tech
flying
is
in space, then go through the atmosphere and land. No, I'm sorry. They showed it in reverse, didn't they? The guy walked up to his ship on the planet, got in, flew out of the atmosphere into space. Everybody who watched that was like, "I'm sold." Like, that's fucking amazing.
I think the tech is great. I think that the randomly generated worlds, no two worlds will ever be alike. You won't ever visit the same place twice. That whole idea is magical. But I just want it to be more than that. I want there to be a well-crafted story. I want to be engaging gameplay. And from what I've seen, I haven't really seen anything too great at this point. So, I mean, I'll probably end up getting it, more than likely. I mean, I bought the order, and that was one of those games that you see and you're like, holy shit, it looks photorealistic, and that was the selling point for me there. Yeah. But underneath all that new tech and the hardcore graphics, was a crappy game, and I'm hoping that that's not the case here with this game, because they got a small development staff.
That's the thing, right? Is we have no fucking idea like what the gameplay loop of this game is. We know that we're going to be exploring planets. We know we're going to be exploring the universe, but like, why? What purpose is going to drive us to keep playing?
Well, the guys at Kinda Funny went and sat with the developer, and they played extensively the game, and they kind of gave away some of the plot points. The point of the game is to get to the center of the galaxy.
Okay? That's where each player?
Yeah, you're trying to get there, and I guess you're going to follow a story arc on your way there and kind of carve out your own experience. I think that's really unique, that each planet's completely different, so of course no two people will ever have the same experience, but I just want it to be a fun experience. And I'm not throwing any shade towards this game. I honestly want it to be a great experience. But, I've been burned before. And so I just can't really get excited unless I see something that really excites me. I love the technology, I mean, when they first came up with the first calculator, it was great. The technology was awesome, but it's not really fun to just sit and fuck with a calculator.
It was actually kind of fun.
Get out of here, Brian.
That was basically the first computer I ever played with, and I was pretty enthralled with it. I don't know, man. Yes. Like I don't need a structured narrative. I don't need a storyline, but I need something. I need some gameplay thing in there. Has got to keep my attention. It's gotta be the last paragraph in a chapter that goes, oh shit, I don't want to put this book down. I want to keep reading the next chapter. There's got to be something like that, and I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if they figured that out yet. I'm hoping they have. Is it just going to be the exploration, the drive to keep, building up your ship and building up your weapons and like just doing cooler and cooler stuff? Like, I don't know what that's going to be. We'll see. I hope it's there. I know I'm buying the game day one. I'm looking
forward to playing the game. I hope it's as good as it. I don't even think the developers really beat it up. I think that we have the people out here who have seen the tech. So we'll see what happens. And getting back to the news, PlayStation 4 has now reached 40 million units sold in its lifetime. What do you guys think about that? I feel like we've been saying this for a while, but they've actually come out recently in their financial statement and announced that they've actually hit that physical number.
That's cool,
40
right?
Million PS4
40 million. That means there's more potential buyers for software. Hopefully, that means we'll see more software get developed. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, okay.
Just wondering how PlayStation Neo is going to impact these sales too. Like, how is that going to compare to the current PS4? I mean, I think it's
going to drive sales, Robbie. I think honestly, it's going to drive sales. There's a rabid base out there who is still buying PlayStation 4s like the thing just released. And so I think if they release an even more powerful PS4 that in some way, shape, or form can improve your gameplay and improve your experience in any kind of way, especially the hardcore. Of course, hardcore going to be out there, but even people who aren't are going to want to try that experience. So agreed. I think it's going to drive sales. All right, new information regarding the multiplayer of Titanfall 2 has been leaked. The game will feature larger maps than its predecessor, a new grappling hook mechanic, and will release this October. You guys excited for Titanfall 2? I really
can't fucking wait. I am very excited to see this game. 2 weeks.
Oh, his voice changed too.
Yep.
I like your voice change there, Robbie. Oh, look at him. Briar, what about you, man? You were
I'm looking forward to it. I like Titanfall quite a bit. So I am looking forward to like a second pass at this. Getting a campaign, I am looking forward to this quite a bit.
Getting multiplayer that has reason
I'm curious. I'm excited to see this thing. I'm actually going to be buying it on the PlayStation 4. I feel like maybe I should buy it on the Xbox One, but I always want that slightly beefed up experience. So I guess I'll wait a little bit. But I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to feel coming to the PlayStation 4 after all this time.
Made by the guys who've been Call of Duty, man. It felt good. Titanfall felt good.
It's the old Infinity Ward.
It felt good.
It felt good.
It felt real good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
The grappling hook mechanic too. That sounds like fun too.
One thing I have to say is this is coming out the same month as another EA game, Battlefield 1. So does this get pushed?
That's going to be the one, though. God, that's a hard one, Briar. I mean, I think Battlefield 1 is going to be the shit.
I don't know anything about that game other than like a trailer.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the era. I want to see that era in modern technology. And I'm not the biggest Battlefield guy. I gave away my hardline on Xbox One. Gave it away. Wow. But I want to see this era. of the old world wars happening again on PS4 and Xbox One. To me, that's kind of intriguing. It's something we haven't seen in a very long time. That's why I'm really excited to play, some of these older Call of Duty games, because they kind of harken back to really what made the original COD special, those older World War I, World War II experiences. And Battlefield 1 is going to be that seminal type of experience. And hopefully I'll enjoy it. I really hate Battlefield's multiplayer. No, I can't say all Battlefield. Star Wars Battlefront was actually pretty good. Even though it's not Battlefield, it still is. So I'm excited for it. If you guys had to pick one of these two games, based on what you know now, would it be Titanfall 2?
Titanfall.
I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea.
Based on what I know now, I know zero about Battlefield 1. So.
About Battlefield, yeah. Well, at least I know that Titanfall... One thing I know about Titanfall is that I like the way it controls. I like the way the gunplay feels.
And that's not always the case for me with Battlefield, man.
It's never the case with Battlefield, right?
And the development of that series has been so up and down. I hold it against Battlefield 4 for being broken for as long as it was after it was launched. Hardline, I think, was a cheap tactic to get some sales, and I think it was bad.
I enjoyed following around.
I'm not excited about Battlefield 1. I'm not.
I'm very excited for Battlefield 1. I
have zero developer confidence.
Contracts.
Okay.
I have zero developer confidence in them because they fucked it up too many times.
Okay, now Robbie, you tell me why you are excited.
I don't think that's DICE. I think that's an EA decision. I think they just wanted Battlefield 4 to be out, and I think that was their fault. I think DICE makes awesome games, and I really like Battlefield, especially them.
Yeah, every developer has deadlines they're supposed to meet, though. So. Every developer has deadlines they're supposed to meet, and if DICE can't hit them time after time, that's the developer.
Yeah, partially, I think so. It's hard to say what went on there. We don't really know, but I think DICE is a good developer, and I love Battlefield, so I think they'll do a great job. This is something different.
I like
and this
Battlefield
is what
when it works.
Wanted too. People want World War I, so this is
well, I see both of you guys' points because, we really don't know exactly what transpired to make that game the tragedy that it was.
I mean, you're allowed to have your own opinion, be respectful and...
No, sir, you are not allowed to have a disagreeing opinion with me. This is the fucking internet. Don't you know where you are?
We can be respectful, guys, of each other's opinions. So, yeah, not the internet, though. It's all good. I love you guys.
I love you. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Hero. You made me stop being a gift to sing, man. You're everything I would like to be. If you're old enough to
any more news?
Wind beneath my wings, let me know. No, that's about it, guys.
That's it? All right.
Mostly, yeah.
All right, this is a good week. We got a lot of news. I'm actually pretty excited to hear more news about the Scorpio. I wonder if this is actually going to happen or not.
I'm excited to announce the winner of this Blue Yeti microphone next week. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, let's recap the Blue Yeti. So we kind of did that on the fly. We're going to do a giveaway for a Blue Yeti microphone. You can win by basically just commenting in the YouTube section for this podcast. I'll upload this podcast for anybody watching live. I'll upload this podcast basically as soon as we get off here. It should be up and live on my YouTube channel in an hour. Leave a comment. It doesn't matter what you say. If you leave a trollish comment, if I see it, I'll probably pull it out of the contest. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's pretty easy to win. Comment on the video, and we'll give it away next week on the podcast live.
Thank you, everybody, for watching the Beastly Thoughts Show. And if you like that last little roundup of competition between Brian and Robbie, you ain't seen shit yet. These guys disagree all the time. Just wait till you see next week's episode 112.
112. Brian will say 111. I'll be like,
that's an old R&B group.
I'll say 111 when we start it, though.
I'll be really pissed off.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this show. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Did you...